Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what's going on here. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, this is dealing with your boy Boosie and how Boosie had to do a meeting with J.Prince and J.Prince Jr. to see how they could resolve the whole Duke093 untimely demise issue. The reason why, because there's some guys, some folks that's coming from Chicago to H-Town to see what really happened to Duke093. So, of course, again, they went by Boosie. They asked Boosie what happened. They seen Boosie's explanation in the Vlad interview. Like I told y'all before, they want to check his temperature while they right there physically in his face. You understand? And also on the flip end, they want to come down and talk to J.Prince and J.Prince Jr. They know that dealing with Houston, dealing with H-Town, those guys know everything that's dealing with H-Town, especially dealing with somebody chain getting snatched, dealing with robberies, anything dealing with basically the rap industry or dealing with the streets. J.Prince and J.Prince Jr., they gonna have an ear to it. Somebody gonna bring them the news. And of course, y'all know somebody brought them the news based around Duke093 untimely demise. But before we get into it, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to Duke093. Condolences to the family and much love to all my folks in Chicago. So yeah, man, check it out. I told y'all before that even J.Prince and J.Prince Jr. know that Duke093 had resources. He had connections. He has people in his corner who want to understand and want to know right now what actually happened to Duke, what actually happened to their family. Y'all have to understand, if the shoe was on the other foot, dealing with you guys, y'all family, y'all would want to ask everybody that y'all know he was around. Am I right or wrong? Especially if you have access to social media and you can see on social media that yes, these two guys was partying together the entire weekend. And not only that, even Boosie acknowledged that Duke093 had left his site and walked to his car, and then that's when allegedly he was followed and some guys had blinked him down and sent him up. See, right there, the time that he was by himself is the question. And the thing is, a lot of people are not being real with this whole Duke093 situation. Let me take it back and explain myself. Now, I've been acknowledging that from the beginning that I did not say that Boosie had his hands in it. What I did say was that Boosie is familiar with who does have their hands in it. You feel me? So it's almost like he's protecting somebody else. That's what I've basically been trying to tell y'all from the beginning. That even if it's his homeboys, that got something to do with it, you know what I'm saying? Or another group of people that he know, basically, again, the story isn't adding up to how when Duke093 flew into H-Town, he was with somebody. He was with another female the whole time. The question I was saying was, what happened to her? Why did she not go to the concert with Duke? I said, what happened to her? Why was she not at the concert with Duke? Why did Boosie say that Duke, the jeweler, walked to the car by himself? He did not walk to the car with the woman that he came to H-Town with. That's what I'm trying to let y'all know. I did not say she was missing. I said was the guys, the GDs in Chicago, want to know her story because they already got Boosie's. That's the reason why they went and had a conversation with J.Prince and J.Prince Jr. Because again, they have their ear to the streets. A lot of people from the streets bring J.Prince and J.Prince Jr. a lot of situations that go down because they can help resolve a lot of discontent between groups. You know what I'm saying? That we know that happened in the past. We know that J.Prince been getting dudes chains back for the past 10, 15 years. You understand? So knowing that, of course, some people gonna say they gonna ask the guys that they know is connected in the city. You feel me? Like, y'all gotta understand this, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we know that J.Prince, you know, he been rocking on the right side with the guys for a long time. So dealing with that, when they come into H-Town from Chicago, you know, the GDs, they gonna come holler at, you know, J.Prince Jr. to see what's really going on. Because it's just, they want to question who got their hands tied in it. Yeah, it could be somebody in the jewelry business. I've been saying that as well. But again, it still goes into the account that who was Duke093 with the entire time that he was in H-Town. And so that Pacific time that he was left by himself, who knew that? Who would know of that? And that's the question that the guys want to know. And plus, also, on top of that, like I said, what happened to the jewelry? There was more jewelry than what was on Duke the Jeweler body. He was doing business with some other jewelers in H-Town, man. And only a small amount of people knew that. And trust me, the jewelry that he had in his hotel and his luggage was more than what he had on his body. Y'all gotta understand that, man. And trust me, the people who knew that just gotta be real, man. There's some way possible, allegedly, they're connected to Boosie. Come on, man. The entirety of this story based around Duke the Jeweler, untimely demise, is not being fully told. What I'm saying is, even dealing with his girl that came down with him, she hasn't really made any statements, hasn't said anything, even towards the family that want to know what happened. And then you tie in Boosie. If Boosie is saying out his own mouth that he did not know him, he ain't know him like that. But again, the whole weekend he's seen hanging around Boosie. Even Boosie acknowledged that at the concert, after the concert, Duke the Jeweler was hanging with them. They was walking to each other's cars. But Duke the Jeweler car was parked outside of the garage. So about time he got done chit-chatting with Boosie, he turned around, walked to his car. Who knew that he was walking to his car by himself at that specific time is what I'm trying to let you guys know. Who would know this? It either has to be somebody following him that was connected to Boosie, or somebody following Boosie and Duke the Jeweler. It could be somebody trying to mess with Boosie money. It could be that. But again, like I've been saying, I never put it on him. What I'm saying is that his story doesn't seem right for him to say that he really didn't know Duke the Jeweler like that. But I'm telling y'all, somebody like Duke who has money, connections, family has been having a plug for years, they don't hang around. They don't hang around anybody. You know what I'm saying? They don't hang around people for no reason. And like I said, Duke the Jeweler also came into H-Town with a bag of jewelry that also a small amount of people only knew. Come on, man. You guys have so much love and admiration for a lot of these rappers. Y'all can't see that some of these guys can pay off people to do what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's been going on for years. But based on this Boosie and Duke the Jeweler, what I'm saying is, since Boosie is not telling the entirety of the story, that's put him in a line to somebody that he knows that wanted to send Duke the Jeweler up. So again, Boosie is basically protecting somebody that he don't want to put out there, or somebody that he knows wanted Duke the Jeweler sent up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I got some folks in the comments. I got some folks saying, yeah, it could be somebody in the jewelry industry. I said that as well. Who says that Boosie or his homeboys weren't paid the bag to keep this under wraps? Weren't paid the bag to act like he don't know what really happened? Especially in that time that Duke walked to his car by himself from just leaving Boosie. Who knew in that very small window of time that he would be by himself in order to do this act? Y'all got to understand this, man. Things just don't happen like, oh, he was just walking. Like, y'all act like he was walking for a whole mile to his car. It was barely a 3-minute walk, man. So what I'm saying is, in that 3-minute span of time, who knew he was going to be alone? And even Boosie acknowledged himself, because Boosie was one of the first ones to report that Duke the Jeweler was sent up. And I told y'all before, it wasn't to tell us, let us know, because a lot of people out there wasn't even familiar with a black jeweler. Like, let's keep it 100. Noticeable, once the news got out there about who this guy really was, now people start acting differently. Because like I stated before, some people thought he was like a nobody. Somebody whose family just had money. Not somebody who had family who had not only money, but had street connections. You understand what I'm saying? But again, y'all pay attention what's going on. I'm letting y'all know, keeping y'all up on the details. Hey, but as always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.